Huge spoilers for The Evil Within 2 on this episode. Be ready. Nothing is off the table. Nothing is off limits. You have been warned. Hey everyone, on today's episode of Hero Syndrome, the road to Halloween culminates with The Evil Within 2. Hey everyone, welcome to the show. Today we are talking about something special. A gift to the world. The Evil Within 2, the absolute pinnacle of games that you can play during Halloween. Let's get started right now. We got a lot to talk about. Halloween is 5 days away. 5 days. If you haven't played The Evil Within 2 yet, 5 days. That's your time. That's your chance. But I want to talk about why this game is so special. I get Resident Evil Remake and Resident Evil 2 vibes from this game. It is immediately one of my favorite video games of all time. I know I say that every single episode about 90 million things, but I promise you, The Evil Within 2 is so special. First off, the open world areas of this game. I was a little concerned. I was concerned, right? Especially in 2017 when it feels like every game is open world, there's collectibles everywhere, you're getting loot, you're going on quests and side quests. You know, I said that's weird for a survival horror game. I know parts of Silent Hill have been compared to Evil Within in terms of the city, but it works because you have open world survival and linear horror. Survival horror combined. So these open world areas encourage you to venture out. You venture out into the night and go on these dangerous supply runs. And every bullet you fire, every piece of gunpowder you pick up, every freako you stab in the back of the head matters. Every single step you take in The Evil Within 2 matters. And that is extremely important for survival horror. I just love the give and take, that balance of, do I use my resources to take out this small cluster of enemies because I'll get green gel from them, which you can use to level up Sebastian's abilities. There might be other valuable items around. So do I spend resources to possibly earn resources? It's just things you need to constantly think about. You honestly have to crunch numbers while you play this game, and I know that kind of sounds weird, like I don't want to play and do math. It's not like that, but it's yo, I'm gonna spend 5,000 gel to do 10% more damage, like over the course of this many shots. There's just all these things you need to account for, and it's constantly thinking about those things that pulls me into the world even further. Then we get to the linear sections, and it's just this balance of having these large open areas followed by a more focused, direct horror linear section. That is what this game does beautifully, that balance back and forth. Open world survival, linear horror, some freakos lurking in the dark. It really starts messing with your mind. I always think of the curtains in this game. This game has beautiful curtains and fabrics and hairs. It's like very aquatic, I think of The Ring and stuff, just these monsters' hair flowing around. It's incredible. And not to mention all the side quests. There are so many side opportunities in this game and things to discover that if you take the time to seek them out, you will be rewarded. Meaningful side quests, not only into Sebastian's past, but into the world of STEM, into these other side characters. I love his team, Sykes hype, and just additional scenes with monsters that you would otherwise not see by just doing the critical path. Next, I want to talk about bosses. Some of my favorite boss fights of 2017. Because a From Software game didn't come out in 2017. For real, some of these bosses though, Stefano with the camera and he dashes around. I'm a sucker for people that teleport and dash. My favorite boss fight in Resident Evil is Resident Evil 5 versus Wesker and Jill, and when you fight Wesker and he's zipping around like Neo Matrix style, I love that. Anyway, this Stefano fight reminded me of that, and I love that, you know, it is, I know, we always come back to Naruto on this show, I apologize, but it reminded me of Pain. Pain in Naruto, when there's only like a split second from when he like teleports and stuff that you can attack him. It was a similar thing with Stefano, where he's teleporting at you, but you can only hit him during those couple, like this tiny window of opportunity when he's there. It is amazing. There's even a little Easter egg where you can shoot his camera and he yells at you. Just really high stakes. And then the final boss is insane. Insanity. Reminded me of like Attack on Titan or something. The nape of the neck. Myra turns into this weird, grotesque, like I will never forget this image. This is visually, her design visually, the most memorable thing in a video game in 2017. Myra boss fight. Chalk it up, draft your tweets. You know, like perfect survival horror games, they always know when to push back. And that is exactly what Evil Within 2 does, just when you're feeling comfortable. Just when you get your sea legs, you know, maybe you went out and scavenged supplies, you cleared out some packs of Freakos, you're feeling good, you're leveled up, you're stocked on ammo. What does Evil Within 2 do? Throws some chaotic situation your way with new monsters, a boss fight, taking away your resources, taking away the map. It always turns it on its head, and that is what I love and respect about this game, is you're never comfortable. This game is like 20 hours long. There is never a moment of comfort, unless you're drinking that fresh brew in the safe house. That's cozy. The way the game respects the first game also is something I love. It never forces it down your throat. This is very much a sequel, but it can also stand on its own. There are moments when you learn about Sebastian's past, or again, with some of these side quests, you can do some really awesome things that relate back to Beacon Mental Hospital, and it is so awesome. Then there's the payoff with all of the slides. There's just so much to discover in the Evil Within. I don't understand it. It's a survival horror game. You know, usually I'm accustomed to just linear survival horror games where you just go through, maybe you'll get some awesome unlockables, playing some harder difficulties, but because there are these modern open world parts, it just opens up the possibility for exploration and secrets. I read today, there is some giant crow in the game. Have you heard about this? Search on YouTube. There's some giant crow. The person doesn't even know how it triggered. They posted a video like, I don't know how this happened. Sebastian is staring up at some T-Rex size giant crow. It's disturbing, it's unsettling, but it's got 20,000 green gel, so somebody figure out how to summon this thing, because I want to get paid. One thing I really want to stress are the environments, because when I think of Silent Hill and Resident Evil, naturally I think of Pyramid Head and Nemesis and hunters and lickers and the nurses, but I also think about the environments. I think about Arklay Forest, I think about the Spencer Mansion, and you know, I think about the diners in Silent Hill. I think about these environments, and Evil Within 2 has some of the most memorable environments ever. I mean, going from the creepy mental institution in the first game, yeah, but Evil Within 2, I mean, you're bouncing all over the place. You're in this cozy little town, you're in these foggy, murky woods, then the next second you're in like a city hall building or a giant like mansion hotel area. There's just so many awesome places you go in this game. Even like the back alley, not the back alleys of the city, but like the back doors within STEM, like the Marrow. That's just such a cool concept, and the idea of being in the Marrow is really cool. You know, I've said this about horror movies in the past, about surrendering yourself to the movie, and the same with survival horror video games, you know, surrendering yourself to the game, allowing yourself to just be engulfed in the situation. And Evil Within 2 had like the story of Sebastian trying to find his daughter. I know that this story has been told a million times, but I just buy into it. I'm all in. They've created a world that, if you take it seriously, it is emotional, it is high stakes. What is more high stakes than finding your daughter that is being controlled by some evil organization? It's high stakes, it's got emotional payoffs. Dive in.
Lily is dead! I read the police report! I was at her funeral!
We can rewrite history if we want to. Staging a death is child's play. Why would I come out of the shadows just to lie to you?
So that's pretty much it for the episode. If you want to hear more of my thoughts on Evil Within 2, you can check out the review on EasyAllies.com or the 19-hour marathon stream on twitch.tv/EasyAllies. Most of that was with Kyle Bossman. He had some obligations the next day, so he had to leave a little bit early, but he was there for the duration. But the Evil Within 2 demands your attention. It demands to be played in a year of incredible video games. Hands down, 2017 is going down in history as one of the best years ever for video games and entertainment. I still put Evil Within 2 at the top of the pack. It's right there. So check it out. Halloween is coming. It demands to be played. Pull the shades, wait for the full moon to rise, pour some wine, light the pumpkin, have some candy by your side, and take the deep dive into STEM.
Time for the syndrome.
The syndrome is happening right now, and you know what I'm thinking about? The Evil Within 2! Go play it!